Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Fair Football Podcast. I'm Brandon Farino, joined by me are my brothers, Niner Game Podcast, Deon Johnson, and we got Niner Beto from Niner Sickness Podcast. How we doing, fellas?
Look it, only one cow instead of two.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys? Hey, bro.
Good.
Great panel. If it's just us, having Deon on here and Brandon, hey, it's more than enough.
Awesome.
Let's have some fun.
Oh, and
baby.
I got a message for Throwback. Throwback, you said not to be spicy tonight. So you just opened the fucking door for me to be spicy.
Shit.
Don't people ever learn that when you say not to
Now, I'm about to be
Don't
as
touch
hot
the
as a
stove, it's
fucking jalapeno, a fucking serrano pepper. I'm going all in. It's all over now, buddy. You
Yeah,
just opened
like
the door.
You know, the kids when they're young, right? Don't touch the stove, it's hot. Oops.
Oh no, have you seen this? Shit's all over Instagram. It's funny as fuck. A mom is handing a pot to their child, and the first thing she says is, "Don't touch the bottom, it's hot." So what does the kid do? Go right for the bottom. She's like, "Don't touch the bottom, it's hot." So kid goes right for the bottom, and she was like, "You dumb motherfucker! I just told you don't touch it. It's hot."
They don't listen, bro. It's not that they don't pay attention.
I was like, "Y'all idiots, idiots."
That mom love that kid because if it would have been my mom, okay, you're not listening. Let's see if you learn this way. Oh shit!
Huh?
What a
Yeah, it's that 2-time rule. It's automatic. Damn, Christian, why you look like that, man?
Like what?
He's in the
Nah, man, you just like you look like you came in and you're like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I didn't know you guys started without me.
We just started.
Man,
right
we
now.
literally doing it. We ain't
Get
even
out
been
of
on
your
2 minutes.
feelings, bro.
Hey, you see, we came in. Christian come in here. I
Is
see
that
you
white? Is
started
that
without
white
me.
privilege? Is that white privilege
hey,
I'm hearing?
I had to fucking feed my snakes and I didn't even finish. So
Hey, Christian.
I have
Yeah,
What's
the
name?
feed. Oh,
You
wait a
fed-
minute. What,
you
okay,
fed
what do
your
you
snake?
think? Bro, you got to do that shit on YouTube. You got to show us that you feed the snakes. I want to see a python be like that motherfucker.
What do you feed it?
mice and
Oh hell no! You don't want to show that on YouTube.
rats, depending on what it is. Like I just
I'm
got
a
some black
softie.
pine snakes, and the female took the mouse, but the male fucking just struck at it because he's a bastard. And then my big male bull snake I just got wouldn't eat it either. So I'm trying to warm him up more. It's a pain in the ass. I have a lot of snakes to feed.
Do you guys know what a pacu is, or a paco or a pacu?
I don't
Fish?
know what that is.
It's a fish-eating, meat-eating fish. They get about this big. And I remember I had a couple of them in a big 155-gallon tank. And I was at work, and my niece, she was like 5 or 6 years old, she won those goldfish that are really fat. So she put it in there to swim with my fish. And normally, if you put a little goldfish, they'll just eat it. But this one was so fat they couldn't put it in their mouth. So all they did was fight and bust it up in pieces. And my niece was scarred. So guess what happened when I got home? I had to sell my fish tank.
Yeah, you had to get rid of that shit.
Because my niece was more important. Come on, she was devastated.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
5 years old, bro.
Look, I'm not. I don't do snakes. Not fucking with snakes at all.
Yeah,
I
me
know
neither,
Christian
bro.
asked Christian to pick one up and be like, Deon, touch it. Be like, nah, man, I ain't fucking with that shit. But let's get right into it, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
It finally fucking
Before-
happened. It
before
took.
we
I
do-
mean, now we can all fucking breathe again.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
So before we head into that real quick, I'm going to let the chat know. If you guys are watching on Twitter, we cannot see your comments. So head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/FairFootballPodcast49 or youtube.com/Niner Sickness Podcast or youtube.com/Niner Game Podcast. And we can see your chat on there.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and go. Today is a good day. Our man Nick Bosa got paid today. He got the big time bucks.
5 years, $170 million, $122 million. Garen fucking T, that man got some goddamn money.
I think I know where they met in the middle.
And the guarantee.
Right.
No, I think they met in the middle because Bosa accepted the 5 years because they accepted the $34 million a year.
That is true. Yeah,
I think that's where they met. I think
He wanted
got
4,
34,
if I'm not
and
mistaken, right?
he got the 5th year, but because of that, the Niners got the 5th year. He got his 34. I think that's where they met.
I think Bosa wanted 125 guaranteed, and they met him. And the Niners wanted to give him 120, and they met him at 122.5, and they got it signed.
You guys,
you ain't seen one of his snakes, Daniel? He didn't have snakes on the show a couple times.
No, yeah, he has, and they're not that big, but
nah, you had like a little baby one.
Let me get the big one. Hold on.
No, I want to talk about.
Oh God, he finna go get. Luckily, we are on YouTube, people.
He had a small
real life. My black ass would have been out.
You're not talking about his
I don't fuck with no snakes.
Hey, so while he's getting the snake, let's talk about Nick Bosa also got a $50 million bonus as well.
That's coming out of the 122, bro.
Yeah, but he also broke your deal on that too.
No, that's what you call.
Man, hell no. See, yeah. See, look, he about to bite your ass right now. Oh, fuck that. This nigga doing a show with a snake on his neck. Good Lord.
The only snake that I have, bro, is between my legs, bro. I ain't touching that one.
Look at it. You see it? He's like, yeah. Oh, no, bro.
It's going to freaking choke you out, bro.
Daniel said it's sweet. He said he likes it. It's cool.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for me, total calm and peace at the fact that Nick Bosa got signed. Because I can tell you right now, I was not comfortable going into the season with Cleveland Farrell on the other side of Drake Jackson.
Not to replace Bosa, no.
Nope.
Not to replace Nick Bosa. Now, if we would have went out and got a Yannick Ngakoue or a Danielle Hunter from the Vikings, oh shit, but I wouldn't give a fuck about Bosa. I really wouldn't. You know why? Because I can tell you right now, Danielle Hunter is a great pass rusher. Yannick Ngakoue, a great pass rusher.
But they're not Bosa.
But they still would command double teams. And that's all we really need. We just need a guy to command a double team. Yannick Ngakoue is good enough of a pass rusher to do so. And I can tell you right now, if we didn't sign Bosa, there is someone in Raiderland that is unhappy and would like to leave. So I can tell you, I would gladly would take
Max
Chandler
Crosby.
Jones. No,
Chandler Jones. Trade for Chandler.
Oh,
Jones
forget
right
Jones. Jones he's going to retirement after this season.
Hey man, look, I'm just saying
Max Crosby,
there were some viable options if we didn't get Bosa signed. I am happy that we did. Believe me, I'm not. I'm just saying we had some options, but I'm glad that it got done because I can tell you right now, to be honest with you, when you look at our defensive line, the way it's constructed, having Drake on one end, Bosa on the other, and Hargrave and Armstead as the hogs in the middle, it works, people, believe me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Drake Jackson is going to have the most batted fucking passes of any defensive lineman again.
Hold on. Hold on there, Brandon. I just want to acknowledge my boy real quick. Kyle Benson, he's a huge Minnesota Viking fan.
Oh,
but this guy supports my channel. This guy, great guy, great dude, man. I've never met him in person, but he'll be a great guy to have a beer with and talk to football, down to earth. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. This guy talks about his team, but he's always a neutral guy. So just want to acknowledge him. But I'm with you with Bosa, bro. I am with you with Bosa. What's up, Terradome? I am with you with Bosa. I'm glad we signed him. And, I've been hearing the shit that I've been hearing about the Niners being too cheap or Bosa being too greedy. Listen, Bosa is going to look out for himself. He's going to get his bag. And I am not mad at all for Bosa getting what he got. He's one injury away from never playing again. And they have, people look at it. People get in their feelings and talk about Niners shouldn't have gave in. You got to put that snake away, bro. I'm getting just that feeling from over here.
Hey, look, the snake was like right in the camera, like right over there. You see it? Like put it toward the camera, put it right next to him. Oh no, you gotta move it over a little bit. There you go.
Oh, going the wrong way. If that's not Alicia Keys' tongue, I don't want to see it.
Me and her share the same birthday.
I'm glad about Bosa signing, man. I'm looking forward to going in. Now let me ask you, and I want to change the narrative or run this thing, but did Kittle practice? We don't have to talk in depth, but did he practice today? Because that's my main concern.
Yes,
he did.
Okay, cool. because being that we're facing their sorry ass linebacking core, we need Kittle because Dwally and Warner and even Willis at this point. Yeah, I'm not. So I'm glad Kittle. So cool. And then I heard also what's the name was back to number 31.
Moody.
Oh, Nick Moody, yeah.
Ray McLeod, he might be playing on Sunday too.
Oh, Ray, that's another one. He's cleared.
No, look.
You don't have to play though. I don't think we need.
My thing is, like, why do you need him in the game for what?
We have
ain't gonna be doing nothing but doing kick fucking touchbacks.
Yeah.
Why do you need to be on the field? Don't rush him back. He's not an intricate part of this offense. He's barely an intricate part of the special teams. Let that man sit the fuck down, heal properly, and just put whoever back there, man. We've got a bunch of people on this damn squad that need to earn their keep. I'm pretty sure there's some fast ass people back there.
The young kid from
Ronnie Bell.
Ronnie Bell.
I'd rather see him. Get on back there.
Yep. Real quick, just because somebody wrote it, I don't know. I know they cut Willis. The Raiders did. Did the Niners sign him, or are you still out there?
No, he's still out there.
Still out there.
Are you guys surprised the Niners haven't picked him up?
He will be eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's the unfortunate thing, and this is just a fact, people. I'm not being negative. I'm being honest. Okay, we have been in the top 10 most injured teams every fucking year that John and Kyle have been here. Once again, if you get mad about that, fucking suck it up.
What did we do the 1 year we weren't injured?
You said what?
I said, what did we do the 1 year we weren't injured?
Went to Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
We went to the Super Bowl.
Shit. That was with deep half-assing most of the season.
Yeah.
We got a better quarterback this time.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I have to see more. I'll give it. And I'm not speaking negative of them.
No, I know, Deon.
It's consistency. You gotta have it. And at the quarterback position, if we could get a quarterback to stay healthy for a year, that'd be a miracle for us. And this was the only reason that I was upset about what we did, because I feel like the quarterbacks we have behind Brock Purdy ain't gonna be good enough. I don't care what anyone says. Sam Darnold is not taking the 49ers to a fucking championship. I do not believe in him, and I don't think because he came to this system, he about to magically turn that piece of shit career around. I do not believe that.
But no second string was going to do that. If Purdy goes down, we're done.
I don't know about that. I can make an argument that Sam Darnold can carry us.
I don't think so. Hell no.
But doesn't matter.
You know what? I'm curious. I'd like to hear this argument.
Listen.
No, I'd like to hear. I really want to know.
Hey,
you said,
Beto, I'll back you up. I'll back you up. I'll add to whatever you say.
Okay. Listen, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just gonna put my phone on the charger real quick.
Okay,
but go.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I got you.
I really want, and I'm being honest with you. I really want to understand what you're gonna say.
No,
I'm listening to you.
I hear you. Listen. Listen. Sam Darnold had I know the whole mystique of no good quarterbacks come out of USC, blah blah blah. Although this offseason, the number one recruit from there is going to be the quarterback there, but neither here or there. Sam Darnold brings some great. Now, does he turn the ball over a lot, or has he? Yes. But he's never really been coached by a coach like Kyle. He's never been around players of the value of these talent-wise as Debo, CMC, Ayuk, Kittle around him. He never has had that supporting cast. Now, there's still a lot of bad habits that he's going to have to break out of. But I think I'm not a believer just because you sucked for a certain time that you're going to suck for the rest of your career. I believe if you're put in a better situation, under better coaching and a better cast, you might not be a Hall of Fame. I'm not saying that, but I don't think he's going to suck as he did when he was with the Jets. I mean, he went to the Jets. It was a bad organization. Then he went to Carolina, sucky-ass organization. Finally, he comes to the Niners where he has structure, where Kyle's going to work with him. He's not the starting quarterback. We got Brock. He's going to continue to learn under Kyle. But I really feel, and I don't mean this to be an ass, if in the middle of the season, if Brock went down for a game or two, I am more confident with Sam Darnold than I would ever been with Trey Lance. And I'm being honest, not talking my smack. This is strictly football. Because Sam Darnold has seen a lot. He's screwed up a lot, but he's seen a lot. He's played a lot of football. The only knock I have in Trey is the lack of playing. This kid could be phenomenal, a great player years to come, but he hasn't played enough. Sam Darnold, whether he played bad, he's played. He's seen defenses. I think Darnold. Do I want Brock Purdy to be the starter? Yes. Do I want Brock Purdy not to get hurt? Yes. But I'm confident enough, and I'm talking about 8 games in practices. Sam Darnold's going to continue to learn this offense, continue to get more comfortable to a point where if we need to rely on him for a game or two, I really believe he can go out there and execute Kyle's scheme the best as possible for us to win. Do I think we can win a Super Bowl with him? I hope we never have that discussion because Brock is the quarterback. But do I feel that we can win a game or two to keep us afloat with Sam? Absolutely. You can add anything you want to that, Lefty.
Well, let's start with the fact that Darnold came out of college too early. He played 1 year at USC. Just one. He was extremely young when he came out. He's still pretty young because he came out so freaking young. He was like not even 20 years old. I think he was 19 or something when he came out into the league. He was really young. Might have been a little older than 19, but then he goes to, he never really got to develop from there. Came out of college too early. Goes to New York. New York's an absolute shit show. Adam Gase is a freaking moron.
Yeah.
And then he never really gets a chance to do anything, even though he would show flashes of, really great plays. He had that insane touchdown throw against us, like when he was still with the Jets. There was like across his body, across the other side of the field for a touchdown. And then he goes, while he's with the Jets, he never gets any kind of consistency, constantly changing coaches, changing. Goes to Carolina, changing coaches. But at the end of this past year, he actually looked good to finish the year. The interceptions were down.
He got a run game.
Yeah, the interceptions were down. He actually had a decent team around him where he could actually do something. So now he comes to the Niners with a head coach who, if he believes in you, will let you know that, and he even makes it easier for these quarterbacks that have talent because they don't have to think as much, which might help Sam actually develop as the quarterback he should have been able to become because of that. So I'm not saying that would happen, but Sam still kind of has possible potential. Like it might be a little, but he has a crazy talented arm. Like he has an arm. Yeah, he has one of the strongest arms in the whole league. There's not many guys that have a stronger arm than he does. Like he could throw it from any angle, off his back foot, whatever. Like he has a crazy powerful arm.
All right, so
now, if he screws up on this team,
this is it. This is his best opportunity, and he can
rewrite his career or make everyone that's talking shit about him look like this
is his best chance. Like it's the most talented team he can play on, and everything.
And again, I'm only talking about. Sorry, Brandon. I'm only talking about a game here and there. I'm not talking about taking over and running the show either.
Yeah, but I believe in Purdy 100%.
So guys, I have a special guest coming in the background. This is my cousin. His name's Michael, and he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So it's welcome.
Right on.
Oh,
I thought it was a video.
I like Steelers fans. Steelers fans are cool.
What's up, Mikey?
How's it going, Brandon?
What's up, Mike?
How you doing?
What's going on,
Mike?
What's up, Big Mike?
Deon, Beto, and Christian.
How's it going, guys?
On the Italian side? The Sicilian
Italian
side?
Yep.
There you go. So his name's Michael. Wait, motherfucker, your mother. There you go. So let me give a quick retort to Beto and Christian's statement. I'm gonna need you to put up Kyle Benson's comment for me because I'm gonna touch on that as well.
This one?
Yeah.
All
so here's the thing. Simply put, Kyle ain't got nothing to do with these damn quarterbacks and their development. Because if he did, then we wouldn't be talking about the lack of development from Trey Lance when he was there.
Trey Lance got injured.
Nope. I gave y'all time.
He got injured.
He did.
No,
Let him talk.
no.
We'll
I gave y'all time. Let me say my piece.
Go for it.
I am not talking about Trey Lance being on the field. The injuries kept him from such. I am strictly talking about the development of quarterbacks, which is not something that Kyle does. If Kyle developed quarterbacks, why did Brian Griese come in? Why do we have quarterbacks coach if Kyle is the quarterback whisperer? I am sorry, he does not develop quarterbacks. And the reason I can tell you this is because this comment right here by Kyle, good dude, most likely, don't know you, nice to meet you. But let me explain something to you. C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins didn't look like no fucking Pro Bowlers. Because they barely won any of the games they were in.
They were trash.
Nick Mullins came out and set the whole fucking world on fire against the Raiders. And the Raiders their defense was trash. Got a call from Brett Favre and everything. You seen Nick Mullins since? Nope. You know where both Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard are doing? They're backups. I'm sorry. If I felt that Kyle developed quarterbacks, those two wouldn't be backups. They would have fought for starting positions elsewhere.
Some people just don't have the ability to be other than a backup.
And my situation with Sam Darnold, to be honest with you, Lefty, what I heard from you was a bunch of excuses. Alex Smith, don't listen to me. Alex Smith went through the same shit. Did anybody cut him any fucking slack? Nope.
What did he do?
So at the end of the day, you have to be, I get it. You have to be in the right position to do things. I am trying to let you know he doesn't even know the fucking playbook yet. He hasn't been able to execute this shit. So I agree with what Beto is saying as far as if we got to roll 1 or 2 games. Anything longer than that, I don't have faith. I'm sorry. I have seen more than enough film from this young man to tell me he's not that dude. I don't care what Kyle says or what the front office thinks and how great he was and how he separated. I don't hear none of that. At the end of the day, the reason I felt more comfortable with Lance is because even though he may not have been on the field to have the opportunities to develop himself from an actual playing standpoint, up here, that playbook is locked in. So if I get on the field, I know to make the play call. I know what it is. I know it's Z left, razor right, up, down, A, B, whatever the fuck. But I know Lance at least has a knowledge of that. He has a minuscule rapport with some of these receivers. So that's why I would have had more faith had he been our backup. But I am just saying, the facts that we've been given about Sam Darnold so far have shown us this guy does not have it. And I truthfully don't believe that him coming to San Francisco is magically going to turn him into a great quarterback, because now we have the requisite weapons that he was always void of. At the end of the day, a great quarterback makes do with whatever the fuck he has, and he figures it out. He turns nobodies into somebodies. I have more faith that Brock Purdy can do that. I'm sorry. I've seen Sam Darnold. Nothing that young man has done on the field gives me any reason to be comfortable moving forward with him if we have to go 7, 8, 9 games. I get that we have a stellar defense. I get that we have all the playmakers around him. He ain't built no rapport with them. He barely got here. So for me, the faith that you have in him, that would be misplaced in my eyes. Only because the young man has not done anything to basically go along with what y'all stating. You got, to me, it sounds like y'all basically said since he came to San Francisco, now this is his opportunity to resurrect his career. If Brock is healthy for the whole year, Sam Darnold's a fucking afterthought. He's a nobody. You didn't need him. So you can't resurrect your career if you don't have the opportunity to get on the field. And I'm sorry, I don't see Sam Darnold pulling the fucking Geno Smith. I do not have faith in him. And y'all know how I feel about USC quarterbacks. They're fucking trash. None of them win. outside of butt fumble himself. That's the only one who could talk shit out of all the USC quarterbacks that have come out of college. He's literally the only one that can say anything.
Well, the last good one was Carson Palmer. The last
Carson
legit.
Yeah,
Palmer,
but Carson Palmer didn't even. He barely won a playoff game. These butt fumble can say he won several and went to 2 AFC championship games. Carson Palmer didn't even sniff the AFC championship. So while he was great in the regular season, he just wasn't good enough. And the Bengals were never good enough. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Lewis sat there for years and wasted time in that fucking spot. I don't know why they kept his ass that long. But that's just my thoughts on it. I don't feel like Sam Darnold is like going to just magically show up and be this fantastic quarterback now that he's in San Francisco. And I feel like that narrative is bullshit. But that's just me.
All right.
Honestly,
do we need him
to be fair, I don't really care
Do we need him to be a all-star quarterback? Do we need him to be a decent backup? Also, Kyle Shanahan does not develop quarterbacks. You're right. He just brings the best qualities out of a quarterback. If a quarterback has the tangibles and has the ability to play good football, Kyle will put you in situations to be great. He doesn't develop, but he'll put you in great situations if you can run his system. I personally never said he develops quarterbacks, but he can bring the best out of them. And Matt Ryan, what's the name from the Texans? Yeah, even the other kid, I forgot his name. Shaw. So to the point is I don't know what Sam Darnold is going to be under this system. I don't know. Yeah. But I do know this. He can't get worse under this offense. He can only get better. How better? Only time will tell. You might be right, Deon. He might be trashed for the rest of his career, even here. Or he may pick up some good habits, having a good cast. And if he doesn't play here for the future, he can develop himself here to go to a team and become a better player somewhere else.
If you ask me, we probably have a better backup than most
Absolutely.
That I agree with Darnold. Yeah. That's what I think. I think when it comes to Darnold, we have one of the better backups in the NFL. Like, you might not think so, but trust me, he could be a starter on a shitty team right now, and probably just like he was last year. And
Brandon, I'm going to.
But that team ain't going nowhere. But
so
let's let Mikey get in.
That's still pretty good for a backup.
All right, so let me get your thoughts, Mikey, from the outside looking in. What are your thoughts on Sam Darnold? Then we'll talk about the game on Sunday.
I think Sam Darnold has potential to be a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant for a reason. He doesn't have the arm strength. As stated, Kyle Shanahan has a quarterback-friendly system. I could play quarterback for the 49ers and look decent. You put Brock Purdy on 99% of other teams, he ain't going to be a starter with a backup. He was third string, right? The only reason he got playing time is because first string got hurt, second string got hurt, and that's after a full off season and many practices. Kyle Shanahan didn't want him as his quarterback. Kyle Shanahan got stuck with him as a quarterback. Kyle Shanahan has to pray Brock Purdy is successful this year so he doesn't lose his job. Because they gave up 3 first-round draft picks.
Here, I'll rebuttal that.
No. Let Mikey know. Mikey cooking. Leave him alone.
Hold on. You talking about? Oh,
no, hold on.
Nobody wanted.
Hey, you Mikey said
that. One at a time.
If you guys asked about those two, I think you guys have a better chance with Sam Darnold than Brock Purdy.
There you go. I like that.
You guys gave up 3 first-round draft picks. You guys are successful, been more successful recently than the Steelers. I'm not talking shit on that. But as an outside, objective opinion, the Niners got very lucky, and so did Shanahan and Lynch.
Okay, but everybody's basing Purdy off because he was a late-round pick, and he was, wasn't meant to start as a quarterback. Okay, but you could look freaking at the Patriots when Brady came in. They didn't want Brady to be the starter. They drafted him in the 6th round, and the quarterback that they paid a fuck ton of money to got hurt.
Drew Bledsoe.
They fucking paid him the bag. He was the highest paid quarterback when he got hurt.
Do you think?
And sometimes when guys are drafted late in the draft, when they get their chance, when quarterbacks get their chance, when players get their chance, they just shine and they're meant to play.
But if you put Derek Carr on a team with the number 1 running back, top 3 tight end,
Derek Carr's a good quarterback, dude. We'd win a Super Bowl with Derek Carr. Are you kidding?
So there you go. So then who else you want to pick? But
that doesn't matter. That doesn't
Baker
mean
Mayfield on
that
that
doesn't
team,
mean
you
that
guys
doesn't
are
mean
going to go far.
But that doesn't mean Purdy's not a baller and a good quarterback.
I'm saying he's worse than Sam Darnold.
Tom Brady won a Super Bowl because he had multiple Super Bowls because his defense was kicking ass, even though he's a good quarterback.
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl
because he with his arm though. Let's not forget he played like an MVP that year that he won a Super Bowl.
The 85 Bears won a quarterback. Who was the quarterback?
Yeah,
McMahon was a good quarterback.
No, he wasn't.
Come on.
Jimmy
He wasn't that terrible.
I'm sorry, Christian. I have your back in most of that, but no.
No, bro. Jimmy McMahon wasn't no good quarterback. Now, look.
The Bears never had a quarterback ever in that franchise.
What Purdy's already done for the Niners, we've not have a quarterback done that since
that is true.
Shanahan's been here. We haven't had one go and win us a close playoff game against the second best defense in the NFL to the Niners against Dallas when we needed him to come up with a big drive at the end of the game.
You know who else?
I'm pretty sure Purdy did
Hall
that.
Of Famer is probably Colin Kaepernick, right? Because I mean, shit.
Not really.
No,
he couldn't read a defense. He couldn't read a defense
was
for
bad,
shit.
bro.
He did the same thing that Purdy did. He was so good, though.
Thank you.
So when you start
Purdy didn't have pure athleticism and run like a fucking horse like Kaepernick did. That's why Kaepernick was good.
Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle.
True.
I mean, we can
are you kidding me? He had Vernon Davis, a freaking Hall of Fame tight end. He had freaking Frank Gore, a Hall of Fame running back. Are you kidding me? One of the greatest running backs to ever play this game, Frank Gore.
Dude, Kaepernick did always threw to his first read. He did not know how to go through his reads.
All I'm saying is if you want to start just crowning people off for 5, 6, 7 games.
We're not crowning anybody.
No.
Look what he actually did.
Brandon asked what I thought. I said Sam Darnold was better. You guys got real defensive.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm not. I don't. That's fine if you say that. I'm just saying, I don't like knocking Brock. Oh, Brock was Mr. Irrelevant. Oh, Brock doesn't have the strongest arm. Well, he obviously is fine. I watched him throw 2 deep balls when I was at the game that he
Drew Brees didn't have a strong arm
in against Tampa Bay, and he threw deep balls for a touchdown. So
Drew Brees didn't have to have elbow surgery. That affects arm strength. So he's going to take a C- arm strength, and then we'll say at best it's coming back D+.
Dude, Tom Brady didn't have any arm strength when he first came to the league.
But to say that Sam Darnold's a better quarterback than Brock, because Brock is not that tall or doesn't have a strong arm, that's really unfair to Brock.
But I'm just there's been other quarterbacks that don't have a strong arm.
You might be right.
Work.
But you might be right, Michael, but we don't know that yet with Brock. We have to see a whole year.
Hey, Brandon asked, and I'm telling you an honest opinion.
But it just sounds like the same. I'm sorry, but it sounds like the same.
And that's
it just sounds like the same thing you'd hear on freaking First Take, somebody knocking Brock. It's just bring in the next guy that has the same thing. Bring in the next guy who says the same thing. So
what point did I not make that was a better argument? He had already had an argument.
No. I'm not saying. I wasn't saying. I'm not even disputing what you were saying about. If you think Darnold's better, Darnold could be a
he doesn't
really good
think
quarterback.
He says he is better.
I'm not saying
no.
That.
He basically is saying that
I'm just talking about the knocks, the generic knocks on Purdy are dumb because.
Is Brock Purdy going to be an elite quarterback? Probably not.
It's just generic.
Can he win games under this system? Absolutely.
Yes.
But okay, so to Mike,
you don't have to be.
No, to Mike.
Tom Brady is a perfect example. Yeah, and everybody considers him the GOAT, but he's a perfect example that you don't have to be this world beater, crazy quarterback to be the best. Because
you don't, and how?
He was dink and dunk, find the guy open. Dink and dunk, find the guy open. The only time he ever threw it deep was when he had Randy Moss.
For every Tom Brady, you have a Josh Rosen or a Nathan Peterman or somebody else, right? You can use that.
But Purdy's not. Yeah, but Purdy's not that.
You're picking one Hall of Fame guy that was a fluke. I could pick 5 other quarterbacks in this draft that will not be half as good as Tom Brady. I'll have picked 5 other quarterbacks this draft that won't play.
That's fine, but we've also seen
Tom Brady as your argument.
We've also seen what Purdy's already done.
That's my point. So I saw what Kaepernick did his first year. Kaepernick his first year was the man
because nobody knew how to handle the run.
Nobody was ready for
that. The pistol. Hold on, understand that the pistol offense was created at the University of Nevada when Kaepernick came to that university.
That's where I went to school. Is the University of Nevada.
So
I know exactly.
So then Kaepernick did everything because nobody knew how to stop him at the time. Once they figured him out, he couldn't do anything because he ran like a freaking horse. So once he got out in the open, you couldn't stop him. And because you were so worried about stopping the run, he could make throws. Once they figured him out, he wasn't good anymore because when he actually had to read a defense, it was over.
I'm gonna say this really quickly. Mikey made some real good points. He did. He made some very, very good points. And I don't mind when somebody comes on from an objective standpoint because they usually are touching on shit that we're not seeing or we're kind of blind to because, we're homers. It happens to all of us. We all get to a homer state, and we'll tell. Don't get me wrong. Anybody on this panel will tell you straight up, fuck y'all, listen, bang, bang, Niner gang all day. We will tell you that. But here's the thing. I disagree with him on the fact that, Sam Darnold is better than Brock Purdy. I do agree with the arm strength thing, but we all know that. The one thing that I was going to say is the number one reason that you don't use guys like Tom Brady as a floor when you're making an argument is because then you make the argument for any quarterback to have a fucking chance. They are anomalies.
That's what I'm saying.
If that's the case,
what I'm saying Brock is.
No, I'm gonna tell you this. Yes, he is an anomaly. You are
That's
correct.
why I'm comparing him to the
seventh-round pick.
I'm comparing
seventh-round pick to do what he did. That is not
the
common.
only other anomaly that I can think of.
No, I'm just saying. You got to think about it like this. If that's the case, yes, Sam has a bigger arm, but we've seen Sam Darnold in more than enough games to know what he is. For my liking as a quarterback, I don't trust him. I do not.
To be honest, was Joe Montana not an anomaly? He was a third-round pick and wasn't highly touted coming out.
And what was that? Okay, we wound up getting two anomalies in a row because we had Joe and we had Steve. We all know Steve wasn't shit.
Now the next anomaly is going to be the third quarterback to win a Super Bowl for the 49ers.
That's perfectly fine. All I'm saying is Mikey made some seriously good points, and I'm not mad at him. I can appreciate his points. And he was very straightforward and very honest. So, Mikey, I appreciate your points. All I got to say is this. When he brought up Kaepernick, yes, we all know Cap couldn't read a defense. But the one thing you cannot debate Mikey on is that he was the fucking man. I don't care about why. Because if you're talking about erasing the fact that Brock Purdy was a 7th-round pick, then we're going to erase the fact that defense didn't know about Colin Kaepernick. At the end of the day, Cap ran that fucking league for several years. Mm-hmm. He did. I don't care if the offense was bullshit, if he couldn't read. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, you cannot take away what Colin Kaepernick did while he was on the field. Peyton Manning was trash in his first fucking season. Set the rookie NFL record for interceptions by a QB. Did he not? Tom Brady wasn't expected to be the guy. Got lucky because of an injury. There's a lot of people as quarterbacks that come in and do shit, but these are one-of-one type guys. We don't know what Brock Purdy is. We saw what we saw last year. We want it to continue. We hope that it continues. We can't see the future unless somebody's name is Miss fucking Cleo and you got a magic crystal ball or some shit. Give me the winning lottery numbers so I can get the fuck off YouTube. I'll be in fucking Sandro Pay somewhere.
Speaking of the lottery, I almost won a fuck ton of money. I had 4 straight numbers last night.
Hey, Michael.
This guy.
Michael, I have a question for you,
what I'm saying is like you gotta when you look at it. To be honest with you, I personally feel like that's the reason why I felt like we should have truthfully kept Trey Lance for the knowledge of the system to be able to feel more. I felt more comfortable. Garbage. And what you guys are saying about Kyle always finding a way to play to a quarterback's strengths, then that means that he knows how to mask their deficiencies. Did he not mask Jimmy's deficiencies all those fucking years?
Can't mask him.
He's going to mask anything that's weak about Brock. But I can't disagree with Mikey on one point. I cannot. I don't know if Brock is the same dude in another fucking team. I don't. This team has all the requisite weapons, the right offensive line. But I'm saying, that's a question you can't answer.
What's your thoughts
you can't
on Trey Lance?
definitively say that Brock Purdy is that dude on another team because you just don't know. We only saw 8 games.
Might not have been that dude without Walsh. Brady might not have been that dude without the
Patriots. I'm not stating that you don't need that.
Freaking Eli Manning might not have been that dude without the Giants. Situation,
it's hard. You don't know. I'm sorry. You don't. There's still okay. Put it like this. I'll make it sweet and simple. There's certain people you look at and you see that motherfucking it factor. It exists in them. You know, your Jordans, your even LeBron. Even though I really can't stand him, LeBron. These are guys that you look at and go,
LeBron's better
that
than Jordan.
motherfucker's a star. You don't do that with Brock Purdy. You say he went out and did something that nobody else did and nobody expected him to do. You say to yourself, I want to see if he can do it again. Now that teams have film on him, they know what he likes to do. If I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm rolling all my linebackers to the left.
What linebackers?
Because that's the way he likes to spin out. I would just whoop everybody. You said they don't?
No, they have trash linebackers.
Smith, Joey Porter Jr.
He's a rookie. Come on.
Great, but they
All right, let's get
Michael. What do you think about your linebacking core? Honestly,
Yeah.
So the edges
best
is,
one got hurt.
is our strong suit. We'll be in a top couple for edge linebackers, right? That's the T.J. Watts. That's the Highsmiths. That's Nick Herbig's, the rookie out of Wisconsin this year. That's kind of been lighting up preseason. And then we also got Marcus Golden as a rotation guy who's been a multi-year starter.
And Golden has been a pain in our ass for years. He was a pain in our ass when he was with the fucking Cardinals.
Yeah.
Marcus Golden is not. He is a damn good linebacker, and he knows this.
Yeah. So that's why, I mean, if he's coming off the bench and that's not our starter, I think we're in a good position when it comes to edge. The middle of the field, I'm less confident in, but we'll see. Cole Holcomb, we picked up this offseason, who has shown to be promising when he's healthy. We also got a Landon Roberts who spent time in New England and Miami. And we also just recently picked up Quan Alexander in the middle, who's, you guys know personally.
Yeah.
But real quick, I want to ask Michael this question. Michael, your honest opinion.
Oh, shout out to Kyle. Thank you for the correction. I didn't know Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah,
was
he's a
DB.
corner.
Yeah, he's a corner.
But thank you for the correction, Kyle. Appreciate that, sir.
Pickett, your quarterback, and Sam Darnold.
Oh, baby hands.
And Sam Darnold, who's a better quarterback?
I think Kenny Pickett's a better quarterback. He's shown in primetime games multiple weeks in a row to be able to make tight throws and win. I think also Sam Darnold or Kenny Pickett's a lot more athletic than Sam Darnold, which matters more and more in the league.
Dude, that fake slide he had in college was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
No, I like
Pickett. He
Pickett.
doesn't look like the most athletic guy, but he's actually pretty quick. Yeah, when he gets out in the open, he'll take off. And I think also a big part of it is no turnovers, right? I think minimizing turnovers is a big thing.
And Michael, are you mad that we signed Bosa today?
I'm disappointed. I thought we were gonna make it, but it's all right. I think
he was banking on us not signing him. I know he was. He was playing like, please don't sign him. Just let him get past it without him.
Pay you more. Just keep holding out.
Just one game at the very least, right?
So now,
I think
you hope that Kittle doesn't play. Forget about Bosa. You don't want Kittle to play because Kittle's going to make that middle linebacking area his zone.
The Steelers are notoriously bad at covering tight ends, no matter what year it is. That 10 years.
That goes back.
Let him finish real quick.
That goes back to what I was going to say. To what he's saying, though, the Steelers haven't still recovered from losing their All-Pro linebacker to the freakiest accident ever. Yeah. Because he could cover tight ends, he could do everything. Shazier, and then you guys lose it completely. Like messed up your guys' like linebacking core still. Like they.
But I have the deepest respect for your coach. I love that man.
And when you even mentioning that name, that I'm gonna give glory to God real quick because that man is alive. He is moving and he is functioning.
Yeah, he might not be playing football, but he
may not be playing football, but I can tell you right now, that's God at work that showed you that it wasn't that man's time because that hit could have taken him out.
It should have
ended his life.
Yeah,
but the blessing that was upon that young man, that I'm telling you, y'all don't think God real. I'm trying to tell you that
he got me off a wheelchair for 10 years. I'm a living testimony. I was paralyzed from my waist down for 10 years, told I'll never walk again, and I've been walking since.
Dude, what's crazy with the Steelers not having good linebackers? Like, it's kind of weird because like their franchise is like known for some of the greatest linebackers of all time. The
Steelers were like linebacker U for a long time. I agree.
They'll get there. I love their coach, man. One thing I love about Pittsburgh, they won How many Super Bowls?
Six.
They're the best.
They have
With
six,
only
yeah.
2 coaches.
They're the best ran organization.
Oh, no,
It's
three
coaches.
coaches.
They're
Sorry, I
probably
forgot about
Yeah. Well, it was Chuck Noll,
Bill
Cowher, and now
Yeah.
yeah,
Tomlin.
3.
They have
But only 3 freaking coaches in the 6.
that they have the
That
best.
organization.
That's the way I'm gonna tell you right
Classy.
now. The Roonies,
the
man,
best
that
owners
they
in the
run
league.
that
Best owners in the
organization
league.
properly.
Yeah.
Very, very good ownership.
Yeah, I can't
really
I can't
quickly.
handle
They're the best
Steelers,
organization
man.
in the NFL, probably too. Like they're
Randy, if he took your abuela, I'm sorry, man. I really am. Believe me, I went through a really rough time, bro, when he took my dad. It's not an easy walk, but they do say that God takes, his strongest warriors. You know what I'm saying? I know it hurts, bro. I know it hurts. But I got nothing but love for you, man. Everybody on the pod right now, we got nothing but love for you.
Absolutely.
No, I know it sucks, man, because believe me, we miss them all. But don't let that deter you from having your faith, man.
Yeah.
It hurts initially, but
The
you,
mistake people do
the
is
number
they
one
put
thing that's
faith
gonna
in
happen
God.
to you right now, Randy, is God gonna start calling on you for different things, and you're gonna randomly see people start asking you questions. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. I know it hurts, and I know it's
lost
hard.
my mom in the towers, in the North Tower. Okay. That was hard to deal with in 2001. My mom was in the North Tower when the building went down. We never even got her body to bury.
Yeah.
It's easy to blame God. It's easy to blame something, but I really believe that I've been blessed in so many ways that, if anything else, and we're not going to be turning into religion stuff here, but God is equally fair on both sides. Okay, He's going to bless you sometimes, and unfortunately, sometimes things are going to happen, but you learn through adversity to become a better you. I've learned so much how to be a better man through all that adversity that I went through that I probably wouldn't have if I didn't go through it. And you just got to take day by day and situation by situation. But it's easy to blame, not just God, but anything, right? Blame.
Yeah.
You got to just got to look at the situation for what it is and get through it the best you can without blaming anything.
Yep. Now I'm going to turn this into, let's see. Oh, okay.
He's like, we're talking
All
about
right,
God.
man. If you got to charge it, hey, no, you can't leave, Mikey.
Hold on.
You better figure
No,
that
you
out.
gotta
You
ask
better
him
get
a question.
charged or some shit, bro.
We're
Now you don't come in here
priest,
on fire like you did and get to run off because your phone ain't charged. You better plug that motherfucker in or something,
Let me
man.
ask him a question. Is Pickens going to become a All-Pro this year or what?
Not an all-pro.
Not yet.
I don't think a Pro Bowler, but I think between the rest of the tools that we have, we'll definitely have a successful year. I think a lot of people, where I like to be is forgotten. I want everyone to not think about us because that's when we do.
I am 100% agreement on that.
Like, don't think about
fly
it.
under the radar.
When you're the under the radar team, all of a sudden you end up, 12-5, and everyone's like doesn't even realize you went 12-5 because no one's even looking at you.
Well, you have Mike Tomlin as your head coach. He ain't never had a losing season.
Never
ever.
Ever. That sounds great and it's very nice, but I always think,
but
is it
you
better?
Still got to get some more
Is it better to
Lombardi.
have the number one pick or constantly be the first team not in the playoffs?
First team not in the playoffs.
Ooh.
Well, for your coach.
Yeah, no. He just
hold on.
That was a rhetorical statement. He just dropped the gym.
But that's a fan speaking, though. That's not a player mentality,
Think about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Caleb Williams and his dad are already talking about him staying another year at USC because
no.
The
So
shit show
I'm
you have to go to.
Specifically talking about this year, but when you're that last place team, a real trash team, you're like, it's right. We got a number 2 pick.
No, I know where he's coming from.
Next year we're going to be better.
We've been there in Niner fans, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but then when you're at that 20th team, you're like, shit.
Anybody that says I'd rather win a game when you're not going nowhere instead of getting a high draft pick, you're only lying to yourself.
But a mid first round draft pick can change your team too, though.
It can. Yeah, I mean, but you know what I'm saying. Sometimes,
but if you're not going to make it in the playoffs or past the first round, I'd rather, at least me, I can speak for only me. I'd rather have a high draft pick than make it. I know the whole Niners. We got to. If you're not going anywhere, it doesn't matter. Let's at least try to get something in the draft. If you have potential to
truthfully, if you already know your season is fucked, don't be stupid and start winning games.
Now, you don't want to teach that in the locker room because you don't want your players to feel that. that feeling you don't care. You want to.
You don't want your players feeling like Buda Baker does over there in Arizona.
Look what Arizona's doing. They're not telling the players not to play. They're putting sorry-ass players in there.
Was on Hard Knocks. That motherfucker was crying. He said, "I'm tired of losing."
And they got rid of everybody.
It's only going to continue because that head coach this year looking like Pee Wee Herman, weird ass.
Real quick, before his phone dies.
Hold on,
Michael, what's your score prediction?
What was that?
What is your score prediction for the game?
I got the
honest.
It'll be close, but I'm thinking a couple points, three points in Steelers' favor.
Okay.
So here's my other question for you. What are you looking for this weekend against the 49ers from your team?
Oh.
How good the line holds up.
Okay.
That's an honest one. That's an honest answer. Yeah.
Now hold on, everybody. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened right now. Lefty had a moment. Y'all didn't even catch it. The minute he said how well the line's gonna hold up.
No, the line, not the lies. the offensive line.
No, line, offensive line. That's what I meant. Yeah. Lefty. You know what he said in his head?
That's right.
We signed Bosa, your line and holding up the shit. I saw that shit. And that's why he's laughing, because I knew it. He said that.
Bosa's going to play all the snaps.
I'll be shocked if Bosa plays.
Whoa.
He's playing 100%.
As a Steelers fan, you guys waited to the last minute to pay Mr. TJ Watt, and then he came out and had the best game of his career.
The 11th hour.
TJ Watt was in camp the entire camp.
But he wasn't doing nothing. He
practiced. He
Bosa
did
doesn't
all the
need
individual
that,
drills. He just didn't participate in any scrimmages.
But
Bosa already said
Bosa comes in with zero fat in his body, bro.
Bosa works harder than anybody in the offseason.
James Harden's got to be the hardest worker I know. But that motherfucker showed up fatter than shit. We nitpick a lot when we're trying to be a homer.
Hey, Michael, you a betting man?
Nah.
Dude, let's put some money let's put some money that Bosa will have more sacks than TJ Watt on this game.
I guarantee he doesn't, because who's your guys' right tackle?
McKibben.
Oh,
damn! He just called it out.
So do you?
I'm not joking. Who is it? Because I don't know.
Want to put wait. You want to put $500 on that?
Huh?
No, like I already told you, I'm smarter to bet with my heart.
$500.
I never bet.
Bro, Bosa got his money. He is going to play like a man possessed, because that man only loves football. His whole life is football.
Yo, I don't care what nobody said.
And he is going to play like a beast.
Lefty, B-dubs. How are we glossing over the fact that Beto just threw 5 bills on the fucking table?
I know.
I believe I'm with him. I don't blame him. Dude, you guys gotta you don't realize that Bosa literally, that guy is like freaking Swistowski.
Bosa hasn't been touched in 9 months.
So what?
See, Mikey keeps making fucking points. God damn it.
You
gotta come on a lot more often.
Right? We have to be careful with McKivitz. One player. Your whole offensive line is a McKivitz.
So our right guard, James Daniels, former All-Pro. Isaac Smallgate was an Eagle last year. I mean, I don't know what your point is on that. So
the point is they haven't played with your team.
What was that?
With the Eagles last year, right?
So he was, but James Daniel was a starter for us last year.
One player.
Okay, and then we have
Name me three.
Dan Moore has been this will be his 3rd year starting. Your right tackle hasn't started. Our right tackle started last 3 years also at right tackle. Every one of our offensive line.
I hear you. It's just not a pissing contest. My left tackle is better than your right tackle.
Your right tackle.
No, hey, your left tackle, your left guard, your center, and your right guard are all pros. I only need the right tackle to suck for TJ to get sacks. That's what you asked about.
One player
that
can get Kittle or Warner to help out blocking. Great. I can deal with one bad offensive guy that over 4.
Hey, slide everyone to TJ. Alex Highsmith had 14.5 sacks last year. Cam Hayward is multi-year.
Do you like Aaron Donald? Michael, do you think he's a great defensive player?
Sure, but that's the only defensive player.
No. I hear you. But Kyle Shanahan has a way to help his quarterbacks against top rushers by getting the ball quick into his playmakers. TJ can get there, but if the ball's already out of his hands, it doesn't matter.
So great. That's the game plan. I'm going to make you nickel and dime and watch the elbow eventually deteriorate because he just had elbow surgery. That's a 9-month recovery. Again, Purdy's a fluke. Don't doubt it. Great job. Good for him. But that elbow is going to be sore in the fourth quarter.
But remember the type of surgery he had, though.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Have you had elbow surgery?
Yes.
So throwing the ball 50 times in a game is going to
I never had to do it. So.
To be fair, we're just going to run it all over you guys anyway.
Yeah,
As soon as we get to the second level, good luck.
True, you guys can't stop the run.
Are we? Last year, our defense significantly improved the run game.
Okay, let's do matchups. Yeah. Let's do matchups.
Okay. Yeah.
So matchup by matchup.
Yep.
Defensive D-line going against your offensive line. Who wins?
Right now, I'll call it 50. Who do you have on the defensive line? Because Bosa is not playing 100% of snaps.
Hold on. No, Beto, I got this. I got this. Okay. I'm sorry. There's one I love you've been dropping gems all night, but this is the point where I think you done stepped off to the side, probably smoked a little crack and came back. Your O-line ain't ready for this. Nick Bosa.
We'll see.
Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave, and Drake Jackson? Bro, Drake Jackson barely played last year and led the fucking league in batted passes for a defensive lineman. The motherfucker's a monster. We're just waiting to
batted passes have to do with sacks?
Oh, he'll get his sacks.
You don't need sacks if you have batted passes. You can get
Hargrave and Bosa for sacks.
This guy's like.
Bro, I am telling you right now, your O-line has no hope against this defensive line.
That's
one thing I cannot agree with.
Jackson is unknown. Jackson's unknown, but that guy has the freaking.
Okay, I'll give you that. Under 4 sacks, I'll give you that.
He has the Dwight Freeney freaking twitch. Like, he is so fast off the line.
That motherfucker's got the bend and flex. Bosa said it himself. He does shit that he can't even fucking do. Like, I'm just saying, the O-line versus our D-line, I trust my defensive line way more than I trust your
Michael, let me put it this way. Drake Jackson should
have been. Now, if you had the Pouncey brothers again, then maybe you'd have something to say.
Drake Jackson should have been a top 5 pick. He went to USC. They didn't develop him. Otherwise, he would have been a top 5 pick in the league. Like in the draft, he would have been a top 5 pick if he had gone anywhere else to play football.
To be honest, guys, I like to talk about proven commodity. I don't know. Drake Jackson has a great ceiling.
Oh, dude, he's gonna have 10 sacks.
I like to talk about when arguments. I like to see what I've already seen. I've seen what Bosa can do. I've seen what Hargrave can do, and I even seen Eric Armstead what he can do.
When there's somebody
now,
next
anything
to him.
that Drake Jackson does, it's a plus. But containing Bosa, even with minimal snaps, as you think, it's not easy. Hargrave is
you made a great point on showing stuff that we've already been proven. The Steelers play the Browns twice a year. In 3 years, Dan Moore against Myles Garrett has given up 2 sacks.
But because they know the Browns. They don't know the Niners.
But you're going to try to honestly tell me Nick Bosa is a tier above Myles Garrett.
It's not a matter of being a tier up or tier down. It's you guys are familiar with the Browns.
1 sack.
We lose to the Cardinals. And their team sucks. When you play within the division, they know each other so well. Their tendencies, they don't know what Bosa does or likes to do. They don't know what Hargrave likes to do.
You only had 9 months of film to watch.
Bosa's far and above.
But it's not the same playing your team twice a year, bro. You know that.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
Dan Moore's rookie year, he gave up 1 sack to Myles Garrett. Rookie year.
I get what he's saying. It's very simple, guys. It's basically just a comparison. I understand that we love Bosa and we feel that he's the best defensive player in the league. But what he's saying is
about pressure.
He went up. Yeah. No, but he's giving a valid point. The man's going up against one of the best fucking pass rushers in the goddamn league, and he hasn't given up a lot of pressure. I'm not saying that Nick Bosa won't be able to get past this guy. Okay, so I'm just stating that even though it's a defensive thing and it's internal because it's in division, and yes, he sees that person several times a year. At the end of the day, none of us sitting right here on this panel are going to say that Myles Garrett is trash because he's not.
Heck no.
We all know that Myles Garrett is a top 5 pass rusher in this league. So his point is valid.
And Bosa still has 10 times the pressure.
But he'll be that defender will be covering Bosa. Who's going to cover Hargrave.
Bosa had like 10 times the fucking pressures of any other.
The all
pass rusher
pros
last
in the
year.
middle, the guards.
Okay.
Because Hargrave's in the middle.
I'll give you.
And
I'll give you,
Eric Armstead.
When Eric Armstead
The other
has
guard.
help-
There's
when
two
Eric
guards.
Armstead,
when
when
Eric
Eric
Armstead
Armstead
has help in
surrounded
the
by
middle,
other
So you're
talent,
on.
it's a whole
How many
different
Pro
story.
Bowlers do you have in your offensive line right now? But I'm
That's
being honest. Not being an ass.
The guards.
Your
I'll
two
give-
guards.
Oh, okay.
Your
Yeah.
two tackles are not Pro Bowlers,
No.
but they're decent.
I'd say decent.
So
I'll
let
give
me
you-
just put it this way. Honest question. Which offensive line is going to have a harder work to do with a defensive lineman? Your offensive line against our defensive line, or our offensive line against your defensive
To
line?
be honest, I think that's a very even across. I put
Oh my
Cam Hayward
God.
better. I put Cam Hayward above Hargrave and Armstead. Cam Hayward
I'll
is
put
I don't
Cam
know,
Hayward
you-
above.
Mikey,
I'll
but
put him.
the
I'll
homer's
put him
coming
against
out, bro.
Armstead.
Okay, but Armstead with
yes.
Hargrave
Hargrave,
and Bosa.
I'm 50-50
He's an
on that.
all-pro.
That man
I
had
put-
like
I
what
put
90
TJ.
some pressures.
You put the
We'll
right
put
guys
TJ
around
and
Armstead.
Alex.
He's an all-pro
We'll
again.
put TJ and Bosa equal, right? They're both back to back, one after another, all
Not
pro,
equal.
defensive players of the year. TJ missed games last year, and that's why his numbers weren't as great. You put Alex Highsmith had 14 and a half sacks. Take away Bosa. Did you have another defensive player have 14 and a half sacks?
No.
No.
So who you want me to replace Alex Highsmith with on your defensive line? Because he's already showing better. I put Cam Hayward better than both your interior defensive linemen. He's been a multi-year All-Pro. Year after year after year, he's an All-Pro.
Yeah,
So
Cam Hayward.
who are you guys going to line up? That's three dudes that are multi-double-digit sack seasons. You want to say your
Armstead
offensive
had
line is great, which
double-digit
I don't
sacks
doubt.
when he
It
was
is a
surrounded
great
by other
offensive
talent.
line. But our defensive line is just as talented, amongst the top three in the NFL.
I never said it wasn't.
When Armstead plays
But-
with guys that take away the focus away from him, he had double-digit sacks. He's going to have double-digit sacks this year. This is the best defensive line he's played with. Since
2019. I
Buckner
mean,
left,
it's
since
past.
Buckner
We don't know
left,
if that's
but-
going to happen. We hope that happens.
Yeah.
We hope.
No, you know what?
Not to mention
Okay,
Hargrave is playing on a better defensive line than he did last year, and he had 11
let's-
sacks.
So let's
But
flip
okay,
it
let's
then.
move. Who's going to stop the run better?
Your DBs versus our wide receivers.
Let me get my hot
Okay.
take before
I
you
think
say
the
that.
DBs against receivers is a phenomenal matchup. I put Patrick Peterson on Debo, and then either Joey Porter or Levi Wallace on Ayuk, who's
Patrick
a Reno
Peterson's
guy,
old
by
and
the way.
I'm
washed
going to
against
look.
Debo.
I'm hold on, Christian, for 2 seconds because you can make your hot take. Let me tell you something right now. Patrick Peterson finna get the shit beat out
Patrick
of him.
Peterson, I
Debo
think,
is
had what,
going
5
to
or
whip
7
him
interceptions last year?
a brand
This is
new
Debo we're talking about.
asshole. I'm just telling you, from watching
Skinny Debo.
Debo Samuel, his offseason work, the way he's carrying himself
Didn't he
right
work
now,
out with Bosa?
the frustration he had from the bullshit he put out last year. I am so sorry. Patrick Peterson, in the words of Shady McCoy, is about to get this work.
Let's be honest.
If you put Peterson on Debo, he is going to kill
He's
him.
not going to be on Debo though.
Patrick Peterson ain't got no business
Debo's
with
going to be
Debo.
going down the middle and attacking those linebacking core.
Like I'm telling you right
He's not
now,
gonna
bro,
be
you
on the
have
outside
not. I don't
against-
think I like Pat P.
Don't put
I
Peterson.
do.
Watch him put him
He
on
is my
Twitter.
favorite
A lot of
position
confidence.
in the league, but I'm telling you right
I
now,
think you guys have
Patrick
a lot
Peterson
of
has
confidence.
no business. None.
But you got to remember,
Trying to go against
Michael, we
Debo
have the
Samuel.
best roster. Like on paper, we have the best roster in the NFL.
If they played the way
Like
they
hands
should
down,
play,
you can't argue we have the
And
best roster.
I'll put the 500 down that Niners don't win the Super Bowl. If you want to say that much,
Okay,
right?
okay, but
No,
but
you have the best roster. Who gives a shit? About
okay,
the
okay, but
Right, that's
but
all that
you-
matters.
but
Wait,
you actually
hold
to
on,
actually
Hunter.
win a
You know how
Super Bowl,
dumb that
Michael,
sounds,
you
Michael?
need, you need just
luck
as much
to win a
luck
Super
as
Bowl,
a good
bro.
roster. You need
You
just
need
as
a
much
luck. You don't need it's 50% roster, 50% luck.
Yeah,
That is the stupidest bet ever.
yeah.
Then
it's-
Come on,
that's
bro.
my point.
But
If you
we
wanna
still
argue
have the best-
individual
Let me
pieces,
just say
when I
you
No,
come
but we
back,
still have the
and
best
call it a night,
roster.
bro, because that's a
you
dumb
can
bet.
have a great roster and lose a lot of games. Think about the Chargers in the early 2000s.
I'm with
Best
you.
roster.
No, I don't know
hands
about losing
down.
a lot of games.
Couldn't do shit. Right?
Right there, and the Chargers have a good roster now. They
We
took
have the
it
best.
to
Okay, we have the
They
best
proved
roster
they can't
and the
stay healthy to
second
save
and the
their
second
lives.
second best head coach in the league. So that's
You
pretty
guys
good.
can
I,
stay
to be
healthy.
honest with you, I forgot about
When's
the
the last
chat.
time you had
What's
a
up,
quarterback
chat?
start all 16 games or all 17?
2019. So what?
You just said health.
Yeah,
That,
but
so
I'm
health.
not. But I'm not going to think that that's just going to carry out of this season. But that's
McCaffrey's
where
injury
luck
prone, and
comes
so
from.
is Kittle. You want to start getting nitpicky on health again? I'm getting you on.
I wasn't going in on health.
First
I'm not
of all,
talking about health.
First of all, whatever happened last year or the past or 2 years ago, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about the present. Just because Christian McCaffrey has been hurt before doesn't mean he's going to get hurt this year, or he may go out. I don't buy that. I'm sorry. I don't buy about. It's a violent sport. Everybody has a chance to get hurt, but I'm not going to say, well, somebody's injury prone. He's going to get hurt. Brock Purdy's going to get hurt because Kyle kills quarterback. I don't believe that. I believe if you're going to get hurt, it's your time to get hurt, and that's the bottom line. You played every game. People that played fear of getting hurt shouldn't belong in the field. You go out there and you play. If it happens, it happens. But
that's where
you can't guarantee. I can put $500 saying that Christian McCaffrey doesn't get hurt. He might lose. He might get hurt. He might not. It's a 50-50, but that's on. Come on, bro. That really.
That's where the luck comes into in the Super Bowl.
I mean, I don't think he was saying that.
Your safety gets hurt all the time too.
I don't think he was saying what he was saying to do that. I think he was just making a point. He was saying, hey, if you're talking about health, these are things. So number one thing I can say is
I wasn't bringing up health.
These are facts. And yes, sometimes when it consistently happens, it is easy to bring up and make a valid point with. I'll give you the best example. Didn't we all expect Jalen Hurd to be someone? Didn't we see what he did to the Cowboys in that preseason game, and we all had our hopes very high?
I guess we have another Steelers.
What happened to Jalen Hurd? And no, I'm not. You got to remember, Beth. It was not about. You see my hat. You see my background.
No. I'm talking about.
There's another one in the chat.
Yeah, not you, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like it just.
I'm talking about Danny Evans, not you.
Here's my number one thing.
He says, "I'll give Mikey $500 for killing homers with facts and not emotions."
And look, it's just okay. Well, see, I'm about to hurt Mikey's feelings with this one.
What facts?
Overall,
sorry, Danny, no facts here.
I'm telling you right now, if you just look at the teams, we're better than you.
It doesn't mean we're going to win.
It doesn't mean we're going to win. But if you just look at the squads, we are better.
You just look at the matchup.
That's why I brought
up Has Kenny Pickett improved? Yes. But I don't think he's seen a pass rush like this.
Who's your guys' corners?
Our corners are Charvarius Mooney Ward, Diamador Lenore, and our slot is most likely going to be either Womack or Oliver. I think it's going to be Womack.
And we have great safety.
Great corners. I know Ward. Ward was a Chief. My other brother's a Chief fan.
Yeah, he was. And let me I'm gonna tell you right now. The beauty is you don't know about Diamador Lenore like that.
How many touchdowns did he give up last year?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You might want to get familiar because he balled last season.
How many touchdowns do you think he gave last year?
Huff's gonna pick it off.
Yeah, Talanoa Hufanga, bro. That's basically that ain't nothing but that's baby Papa right there.
All pro.
Your all pro safety. Your Hall of Famer teaches him everything he knows.
Warner.
All pro.
Consistently.
Linebacker.
Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw.
Middle linebacker.
On paper, man. On paper.
Okay.
Y'all ain't matching up with us like that.
What I was trying to say
was number one last year. Just remember that.
My hot take. What I was trying to say. Pickett's going to throw two picks because of the two Bosa pressures. Two Bosa pressures are going to cause 2 picks from Pickett.
Okay.
On Sunday.
I'll go with an extreme. This is being confident, like not being confident. This is being a realistic, looking at the outcome here. I say Pickett doesn't throw any picks, but maybe just one touchdown. I think it's going to be. I think guys are going to get ran on hard. I think you guys. I think you guys.
Does Brock Purdy throw an interception in this game?
I say yeah. I think I could say actually.
Of course you do.
So this is being honest.
That's called a homer, bro.
No, so this is what's going to happen, right? It won't happen early. You guys, like you said, are going to try to dink and dunk. You'll start playing tighter, right? I think his arm strength is going to be a factor early in the season. Okay, regardless, he's still coming off an injury. He's going to try to go deep once. The arm's not going to be there that he thinks it is there, and it'll be a Fitzpatrick interception.
Can we borrow your arm if it's not working that good?
Yeah. I know you kind of make a joke, right? But I want you to think about it.
How do you know, bro? How do you know it's not going to be there?
What you
mentioned data history.
All right, you want to put some money that he has? Did he play the whole game without his arm getting fatigued?
Who's going to say his arm's fatigued? He won't.
But you're gonna see it though.
Gotcha.
You'll
on
see
that
it.
one.
You'll see it. All you gotta do is read body language.
If he's throwing the ball shorter than it should be, even the throws he should make, he's not making them.
The faces he's
Hey,
making, the way he's walking back to the huddle.
You come on,
I mean,
bro.
again, he makes one underthrow. Does that automatically mean I'm right? I win. I've got to get one underthrow.
No, it's called consistency, bro.
No, you just said though. He underthrew a ball.
We're talking about fatigue.
It's a very objective thing. He tries to force one. Mika Fitzpatrick. You want to talk about Hufunga or whatever? Fitzpatrick's a multi-year All-Pro. You know he is.
I like it when he was
The
in
best
Miami.
quarterbacks are getting picked.
Hold on 1 second, Mikey. Don't ever mention Minka Fitzpatrick around us. Last time we saw Minka Fitzpatrick, he got bitch slapped by Kyle Juszczyk.
Yep.
Now I don't want to hear nothing about Minka. Kyle,
Our fullback, bro. Our fullback smacked him like a bitch.
him into the ground the last time he tried to tackle him. That's the only thing I remember about the last time we played the Steelers and Minka Fitzpatrick.
That was only 2 years ago.
Watching him get tossed like a rag doll by Juice. That was like the most fucked up moment of his career.
You've seen how many Najee Harris stiff arms there are. So you want to wait for one of those to happen?
But I feel like Najee Harris he's been underwhelming.
Going to go against Fred Warner.
I feel like he's been
I want Najee to go up that gut and see Fred and Dre in the middle because we don't play. Our linebackers love to hit.
He'll run on the outside.
But I find it interesting. because he's talking about the run game. To me, I thought the run game has been underwhelming for the Steelers when I thought it would actually be better because they got Harris. Harris has been underwhelming, and the Steelers.
Didn't Najee have 1,200 yards last season?
Yeah, he's only had multiple thousand.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like
he went in the 4th round in fantasies, bro. I know it's fantasy football, but
well, I mean,
I'm not saying I like Najee Harris.
I like him too.
The way that I thought that the Steelers offense would run with Najee, it hasn't looked the way I thought.
Who's your tight end?
But I like this.
Moose.
And I like Najee Harris. I like
Pat Freiermuth. Yeah, no, Freiermuth is good. Freiermuth is a good tight end.
And we also drafted that Darnell Washington out of Georgia.
But I don't go with draftees until they prove something, bro. I'm old school. Yeah. You gotta show me something on the field. Like Drake Jackson, I like him. I'm not gonna say anything about Drake Jackson until he shows me.
Freiermuth is a dog. I'll give him that much.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see how the
if they done it on the field, I have respect for players.
Offense works because
potential.
Hey, your wide receivers now. That's
but they've been
you got some receivers.
They've been a pass first.
Who do they have? And I'm being honest.
Am I wrong?
We have George Pickens, who it was like I think 1st or 2nd in contested catches last year. And then Deontay Johnson, who's like number 3 in yard separation.
His last name is Johnson. I'm just saying.
And then we have Allen Robinson supposed to be wide receiver 3. And then Calvin Austin's wide receiver 4. They interviewed Sauce Gardner, and they said, "Who is your hardest person to cover in college?" And he said, "Calvin Austin."
To be fair,
that's college though, bro.
To be fair, the Steelers have drafted receivers better than any team in the league.
They truthfully have. They had a little streak where they had some good receivers.
They're good at drafting receivers, especially in late rounds.
Mike Williams, Santonio Holmes,
Emmanuel Sanders.
Sanders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your receivers feel like they're good, but if your quarterback's on his ass, taking
nobody got that.
grass,
nobody
being sacked. I don't care how good your receivers are if your quarterback can't get him in the ball.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. Did you really mention him?
That's fucked up. He know he ain't right for that. That's fucked up. Don't do that. That's fucked up. Don't do that.
I know.
When he was normal, he was actually good with the Steelers.
So look.
That hit by perfect.
Are you getting hurt that we're attacking your cousin?
No. All right, I got this.
Dude, honestly, Mikey's holding his own against all of us.
No, he is. He's doing damn good.
Hold on, let me ask
He's doing great.
Michael,
Mikey is awesome. I might just pull Mikey on the side myself. I'm gonna need Brandon.
I want to ask him.
We gonna do a crossover show individually. He's got great. He's really good. He's pretty good on his debate. He knows his shit. I'll give him that much.
Do you think this year the Steelers continue to be kind of like pass happy, or they're going to fully go with the run game this year? I think Pickett's going to be.
They're going to go harder on the run.
That's what I meant earlier. That's what I meant earlier. That's what I meant earlier by like I thought Najee was going to look different with their offense because I thought they'd become more run centric, even though they continue to be a pass happy offense. And I do think if Najee can actually hold his own and they actually become a run offense, I think Pickett will have a really good season. But it just depends on whether or not that works or not.
The Najee in the first half of last year played with a steel plate in his shoe because he had a Liz Frank injury.
Mm-hmm.
So when the plate came out, you could see his yards in attempt like significantly go up as well. And then this year also he's going to be taking, I think his rookie year he like led the league in like for running backs at least in like percentage of plays played.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to cut him back this year and use a little bit more Jaylen Warren to mix in with him.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got a better question for you, Mikey. So, do the Steelers get back in the playoff contention this year? Are we back in the playoffs? Are we back where
yes,
where they should be starting to get in the playoffs, winning the game too, possibly getting somewhere, or are we still stuck in kind of rebuild mode a little bit?
No, we'll definitely. I think we're going to be good in the playoffs for a couple of reasons. I'm not as confident as a lot of people. For one,
have you seen your division, bro?
So and then the Ravens, we are a tough division. I think the Ravens are a little overhyped, but also I'm not.
So are the Browns. So are the Browns, though.
I think the Browns are significantly overhyped.
The Browns, I'm with you.
But if you look at the Steelers,
it's the Browns, bro. Like, come on.
The Steelers,
even with Deshaun Watson, it's still the fucking Browns.
The Bengals are the Bengals and the Steelers. That's the who's going to win the division, who's going to get the wild card spot.
I think that's, and I think to be honest,
I think it's going to be the Bengals and the Ravens.
I think there's Bengals, the Ravens, and the Steelers can make it in.
They all three can. Yes.
The AFC North plays the AFC South.
Who has the best quarterback in that division?
Dude, Burrow's the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah,
who has the second best quarterback?
Lamar.
Well,
so
Burrow's
if you look at
who has the third best quarterback in that division?
You have to have Kenny.
The Browns.
Pickett. Pickett.
I'll tell you right now, Deshaun Watson, until he showed me something again, I'm not giving him fucking credit.
Until I
see, get out there on the field and show me he's still Deshaun. If he showed me that, then yes. But right now, to be honest with you, when you look at that division, it's Burrow, Lamar, Kenny Pickett. I have to put Deshaun last. I haven't seen anything.
I want to see Lamar.
Yet.
I want to see Lamar with his arm. Win it with
I
his
want
arm.
to see.
He's got weapons now, so I want to.
He's got actual receivers. That's why I
want to see what he can do.
That game.
Oh, he's going to do it, bro.
Lamar. I have Lamar in my fantasy team, right? I think Lamar is good. The thing is, Lamar historically against Pittsburgh is actually trash. If you look, this is an actual fact.
I actually back that up.
Well, let him talk. Let him talk.
You got facts.
We got Lamar.
Because you got the Steelers and the Ravens. Yeah, y'all hate each other.
Yeah. So the other games, Lamar's could be the number one quarterback. For some reason, against the Steelers, dude has like more interceptions than touchdowns.
That division. I'm telling you, those division games are real.
Like we got his number.
But I think Pickett's
and see y'all hate the Ravens just like we hate the Seahawks. Like it's. Like we wanted, like Fred Warner said it, we hate these motherfuckers. Like we want to punch them in the mouth. So I get that as far as y'all owning it. Y'all, if y'all got it like that, then that just basically.
Oh no, I honestly,
we got it the same way y'all got them. We got the Rams.
The hate between the Ravens and the Steelers is as bad as the Celtics and the Lakers back in the 80s.
Oh yeah, bro, it's bad. Like but see the 80s, that was the golden age of basketball because you could punch a motherfucker dead in the face and they just call a regular foul. There was no flagrants. Like Draymond Green would have survived back in the day.
Oh yeah,
they would have loved him. He'd have been the ultimate goon. So actually, that's a good question.
Going back, hold
on 1 second, real quick, Lefty. On defense, who is that guy outside of T.J. Watt? And outside of Cam Hayward, we already know those motherfuckers are all-stars. Who is the other guy on defense that we're sleeping on that you can tell us is a fucking problem?
You said what were the names you originally named off?
You cannot name T.J. Watt and you cannot name Casey Hayward because we already know those motherfuckers.
Minka.
But I'm saying, who else on your defense right now should we actually be afraid of?
Highsmith. Like I said, Highsmith had 14.5 sacks. He showed that was most of those without TJ on the field.
How many pressures did he have?
I don't know that off the top of my head.
Because I'll be honest with you, this is not being just. I can give a shit about sacks. You know why? Sacks can fall into your lap. The guy on the inside can push the quarterback to go to the right or left, and there's your guy.
So
I like pressures. Pressure shows me
I
better than
typically
sack.
agree, but like you guys were arguing with Armstead or whatever his name was,
Hargrave.
His numbers will go up with a better defense. Like I said, TJ Watt missed like 9 games. Alex Highsmith did a lot of damage without another guy. So our backup that replaced TJ Watt did not get a sack all year. He missed 9 games, started 9 games, did not get a sack. So he wasn't getting any pressures, wasn't doing any damage. Alex was doing it by himself.
Okay.
So he is a legitimate problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can get pressures, bro, sacks will come. But if you can get pressures and disrupt the quarterback,
That's the thing.
that shows me that you have game in you, regardless of who you are.
If you look at the pressures compared to all the pass rushers, Bosa has like a fuck ton more than
And right behind him is
even the
Hargrave.
second place guy. Like the second place guy, and then Bosa's like up here for pressures. It's
You know what the second guy
astronomical.
is? Oh, it's Crosby. Sorry.
Crosby, yeah. But like Bosa's 10 times above Crosby for pressure. It's insane the amount of pressures he gets. Like every time the ball's
actually no.
the quarterback goes step
Crosby had more pressures than Bosa last year.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. Not sacks,
Yeah,
pressures.
Oh, okay. I'll ask you another one.
Oh, I must have looked
Give
at
me
the
somebody on
stats wrong,
offense
Yeah, look at
that
it
we
again,
don't
bro.
know
Being
about.
honest.
Who are we sleeping on offense that could be a that could be a problem that we're not.
It's either Fryermuth. Some people don't recognize him as.
No, I recognize Fryer.
And then
Well,
another one, like I mentioned, is Calvin
Who?
Austin. He ran a 4.3 in the preseason. I know it's preseason, but he ran past the Tampa Bay corner like he was jogging, and
Where'd he play?
burned him like by like 10 yards. Like,
But
he was
again,
just
it's
dying.
Where'd he play
preseason,
college
bro.
ball?
You're not really
Memphis.
playing your heart out.
Memphis.
Okay, Memphis.
He's small. He's like 5'9", 179.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Is he a
because-
rookie?
No, so last year he like broke his foot in the preseason, so they put him on
Oh,
IR
okay.
for the whole year.
Okay.
But so he's back, and everyone was worried about his speed.
So
You
he's
know,
familiar with that offense. He's familiar with the system. Okay.
He's fast. He did a couple punt returns in the preseason. I mean, dude's fast. Like I said, Sauce Gardner gives him credit for.
It looks like it's going to be a hell of a game.
I
on
got to
Sunday,
take your
man.
word for it when it comes to
So
Pittsburgh
Mikey,
receivers, though, because they're always good.
Yeah.
They're always good. Like something about the way Pittsburgh drafts receivers are always good.
Yeah. Mikey, who's gonna be your X factor for offense and defense this week?
It'll be we'll say a guy who the biggest outcome our game relies on will definitely be Kenny Pickett and then TJ Watt.
Okay.
Can Kenny not do any turnovers, and can TJ Watt
All right.
make a difference?
And then my next question is: would you like to join us for the post game?
When you guys doing post game?
Right after the game.
Well, you guys want to do it after the game? You guys
I
free?
won't be able to. We'll have to do it Sunday night.
If it's Sunday, I probably can't get to it.
It'll have to be Sunday
Hey,
night.
I think we usually go on Tuesdays too.
Not Tuesday.
No Tuesday. Deon, what days are good for you?
You know me. Anything after 7:00, I'm good.
All right. You guys want to do Monday?
Yeah, let's do Monday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Monday-
because it's easier.
it's the
Because
day
like,
after
you know,
the game.
it's less traffic in the YouTube airways. I got to get out of here though, y'all.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm bounced too, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, so Mikey, we'll
All right.
probably
Nice
do Monday
meeting you,
like
Mikey.
at 7:30, 7:45.
Yeah, text me, man.
Okay, I will.
I just want to, dude. I want to see Pickett succeed. So I like him. So I wanna see him
Not
do
Sunday though.
No, Monday.
He said
No,
not.
we're talking about Pickett, bro.
Oh,
well. Not on Sunday, but I just mean like I want him to be this like a long-time starter for Pittsburgh. I really like Pickett. So
yeah. All right. Well,
It
we're
was
gonna
nice
end
meeting
it.
you, Mikey.
Yeah, we're gonna end it here. Mikey, thanks for joining us and being a part of the show. We really appreciate it, man. And
I'll talk to you, man.
we'll see you for the post game.
All right, cool. Bye.
All right, laters. All right, y'all. I think
Brandon,
that's gonna do it for us.
isn't your brother-in-law a Pittsburgh fan too?
Yeah, that's who commented in the chat, Danny.
Oh, Danny, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was gonna join us too. So maybe he'll join us for the post game. But yeah, I
They'll
think
be
that's
here
gonna
if they win, but if they lose, you'll be hard to get them.
They're gonna lose, guys. Like I like Pickett, but he's gonna struggle against that pass rush.
All right, so we're gonna call it. That's gonna do it for our show.
Oh my god! Look at the last comment by Joey.
Deon's senior center.
Hold on, I gotta send that. I gotta send it to Deon.
Damn. Yeah, send that picture.
That is some funny shit, bro. Lights out.
All right.
Is that they're like
Okay.
lights? It's 9 lights out at 9:30. Let's go, Deon. Go to bed.
9:30. Night. All right, y'all.
All right, everyone.
That's gonna do it for us. We'll see you for the
That one
post-game
person
after
in the chat left.
Monday
Good night.
night, 7:30. We'll see you guys.
We
for the
barely
post-game.
even talked about our own thoughts on the game.
That's all right. We'll talk about it more on Monday. But until next time, guys, go Niners. Peace.
Go Niners.